Hey guys. Your flies aren't done.
Oh my gosh. King? So this is good.
All right, guys, this is day 4 of our at-home workouts. Before we get into our warm-up, I just wanted to remind you guys, we're gonna leave timestamps below this video in the descriptions, specifically for the warm-up, the workout, cool-down, or skill session. So if you come back to the video and you wanna jump to a specific piece, you can do that. Just look below me at this little description, and it'll all be there for you guys. All right, I'm gonna send it off to Monica for the warm-up. Go.
Deal, guys. Here's our warm-up for today, okay? We're gonna do 5 minutes for quality, so practice like you play. 100-meter run. Remember to have a leaning forward on the balls of your feet, no heel striking. We're gonna do 10 air squats. Be sure you get full depth, keeping a nice tall back. And then 20-second handstand hold. Kick up to the wall or crawl up to the wall, a wall climb. We'll demonstrate either of those. And have a nice strong hold with the midline engaged and only the feet touching the wall, okay? After that, then we want to do a few stretches. We've got our hip flexor stretch. We're going to hold for a minute on each side. You want to be sure you're keeping your midline engaged and you're squeezing your booty so that the hip is forward. Sorry. And then we're going to go into the pigeon. You're going to have, well, you can see the position here. Oh, this is where I'm going to do this, right? And then Chad's right there in the picture. So you're going to do a pigeon. We want you to keep your back engaged, though. Don't just lay over the legs. Some people can do that. So we want to keep your back engaged and leaning forward and get a nice stretch on the hips there. And then we're going into the pat down. I call this assume the position, and my classes give me a hard time. Cops. What do you guys call this when the hands on the wall? Wait, we can see Chad now. We're gonna put Chad here. Hands are on the wall. Okay, that's what I say, and I get teased about it. Anyway, we wanna stretch those shoulders out, okay? So we're gonna spend a minute there stretching out. In a minute, Chad will come to you with the skill session.
Okay, so today, guys, we're gonna do some skill session on your own, kind of, with 10 handstand push-ups. Either against the wall or on a box into a pike variation. Now what we want you to do is to set up a camera, videotape yourself, do a couple reps, go back to the camera, look back, and see if you're hitting these points of performance that we're about to cover. Okay, try to correct it on your own. If you need additional help, send us the video and we'd be happy to give you some constructive feedback. So starting off, there's 3 things that we're looking for in each of these positions. One is going to be hands and setup. 2 is going to be tripod, so through dynamic movement, what are you doing? And then 3 is going to be the finished position. So before Wes gets up to the wall, we're looking at hand position. So your hands should be about shoulder width. Okay, so just like where you normally do a push-up. Your angle of your hand is going to depend on each person, but for the most part, we want the crease in between your thumb and your pointing finger to be pointing forward. Okay, that's gonna put your elbows into a good position, okay? So we're gonna have Wes kick up to the wall. So he has that, right? His crease is pointed forward, his hands are about shoulder width, okay? The only thing touching the wall at this point are his heels. His butt, go ahead and try it for us, just push it back towards the wall. He's not broken at the hip and his butt is touching the wall. That is no bueno, okay? So go ahead and come down. Thank you. So that's our setup there. Now if we set up against on the box for the pike position, so what Wes is going to do is he's going to have his feet on the box. He's going to keep his legs completely straight and walk his hands as far as he possibly can, trying to get his torso perpendicular to the floor. Okay, so a 90-degree angle here as much as we can. Okay, then that's our setup. Again, hand position is the exact same. So go ahead and come down. Now, if you guys are not able to do that, you are welcome to go to your knees on the box or chair or a bench at your home, and that will make this a little bit easier. So now we have movement, dynamic movement, the tripod. We talked about this a million times at the gym. Okay, so Wes is gonna go ahead and demonstrate this for us. All this means is that we're trying to create a triangle between our hands and our head. So at the bottom of a handstand push-up, his head is in front of his hands. And then to finish, he presses his head through, and now we're back to the same position we talked about. Head is through his shoulders, and feet are the only thing touching the wall. So if we go back, go ahead and come downwards. If we go to the box and we do the exact same thing, in that 90-degree angle. He's going to come down head in front of the hands, and he's going to press back to neutral. Okay, so guys, give it a shot. Again, send us a video if you need any help, and let's get gymnastic.
All right, guys, our workout today is called Outbreak. It is going to be a 4-round workout of a 400-meter run, 30 weighted squats, into 15 handstand push-ups. We're looking for the time domain for this to be somewhere in the realm of about 18 to 30 minutes. So some things to think about, and we'll start at the top. For that run, I want you to pick a distance that's allowing you to get done with this in around a 2-minute time domain, maybe a little bit less than that. With the weighted squats, you're gonna have several options today. Now, based on the equipment you have, it could be a wall ball, it could be a slam ball, it could be a dumbbell, it could be a plate, right? It could be any of these different orientations of the weight that you have. I just wanna make sure that you have a forward inclination with that in some way. It's staying in front of your chest. When we consider that weight, whatever it is that we're using, should be able to be done in about 3 sets or less. So you're seeing rep scheme about 10 plus. Now, the tough one that we're gonna figure out together as far as what we're doing for handstand push-ups, we have a lot of options. Prescribed is 15 handstand push-ups. If you're unsure on that number, I would do an amount that you can do in 2 sets. So 1 max set followed by another, right? If we don't feel comfortable with that, or we just don't have that range of motion yet, what I might consider then is a pike handstand push-up. So we can find a chair, a box. We're gonna demonstrate with a box, where we're trying to set ourselves up in about a 90-degree angle between our legs and our torso, and then have that same movement that we'd see in a handstand push-up, as you're seeing demonstrated. Final option, handstand hold. 45-second handstand hold accumulated, meaning it doesn't have to all be done in 1 set, but it can be, right? So make sure that we either have a wall, or we find maybe even a plank position if you're uncomfortable or don't have the wall space, right? We're gonna make something work. Remember that time domain, but that is our workout, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it.